So someone taking love of sequels one step too far to see a stab. So, hello Team and Candy Cruise all horror movie fans. This is Bob the Builder, Robert, and Manny Garcia fan 2005, and this is Jess from Postman Pat. So cute. And today we're going to review on my favorite Scream sequel, Scream 2. Released in 1997, same year as South Park, which is a TV show. So, Scream 2 tells a story about Phil Stevens and Maureen Evans to go see a movie theaters of Stab. So, Phil Stevens went to the bathroom and Ghostface kills Phil Stevens in the head. And Maureen Evans, and she played by Jada Pinkett Smith, watching the whole movie of Stab, and Ghostface sits on Maureen Evans, and she got killed. While everyone watching Stab, Casey got killed. And the movie begins with the movie title. And Sidney Prescott, she played by Neve Campbell at the college. And the killer calls Sidney, and she has her new best pal, Haley, at college. And Randy, he played by Jamie Kennedy, with Mickey, the movie freaky guy, and C.C. Cooper. She played by Sarah Michelle Gellar from the Scooby-Doo movies. And Sidney met Randy, and Sidney has her new boyfriend named Derek. He played by Jerry O'Connell. And Haley, Sidney, Randy, Mickey, and Derek watching over Gail Weathers. She played by Courtney Cox, with a new reporter, with a new cameraman instead of Kenny, just like Kenny from South Park. You killed Kenny! So, Sydney's new college best pals. And Sidney met Dewey again. He played by David Arquette. And go for a lunch somehow. And CC got killed. But after Donnie is leaving. And Sidney got attacked. But Derek and Dewey saves Sidney. And Sidney and Mickey and Haley at the hospital and fixing Derek's left arm. And I'll be right back. Much better. Okay, back to Scream 2. So, Sidney with Mickey and Haley and Derek, but Derek singing "I Think I Love You." Oh, I hate that part in the movie. And Dewey and Randy watching the Stab and rules about the sequel. And Gail and Dewey and Randy, but the killer Ghostface calls Randy on the phone, and he got killed. And Dewey and Gail reacts to Randy got killed. And Sidney met Cotton. He played by Lee Strasberg from My Little Pony, the movie. And unfortunately, Cotton got arrested. And Dewey Haley talks to Sydney. And Dewey and Gil falls off each other in the theaters, and Ghostface trying to attack Dewey, just like they did for a previous film. And Gil got attacked by Ghostface somehow. So Sydney and Haley are going in the car, and Ghostface kills Richard and Andrew. And Sydney and Haley escaped by Ghostface somehow. But Cotton helps Gil, and Gil runs away and on the phone with Debbie Salt, or known as Mrs. Loomis, and Sydney back to the theater, and she's trying to save Derek. And Ghostface sees Sydney and Derek, and it revealed it's Mickey. And Sydney fights Mickey. And Mrs. Loomis came here with Gil. And Mrs. Loomis tried to kill Sydney, but Cotton shot Mrs. Loomis. And Sydney and Gil shots Mickey. And Cotton, Gil, and Sydney saves the college. So based on the plot, it's about Scream 2. So what do you think about Scream 2? It's the best Scream sequel ever of the 1997. Yeah, Scream 2 is the best sequel of 1997. That was the last movie of the 90s. So let's talk about the characters, shall we say. Sydney, she played by Neve Campbell. Yeah, let's show the list of the characters. Funny. There is Sydney, she played by Neve Campbell. Dewey, he played by David Arquette. Gil Weathers, played by Courtney Cox. Cece Cooper, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Randy Meeks, he played by Jimmy Kennedy. Debbie Salt, known as Mrs. Loomis, she played by Laurie Metcalf. And Derek Fieldman, he played by Jerry O'Connell. And Keely McDaniel, she played by Elise Nail. Mickey, he played by Timothy Employed. I don't know how it's pronounced. Maureen Evans, she played by Janet Pickett Smith. Cotton Rory, he played by Leif Stryber. There's the rest of the characters.
Okay, I'll call you if I find it. Bye.
Yeah.
Mr. Dixon has lost one of his bags.
These are the cast of Scream 2.
Come with me and we'll see if we can find it.
It better not be Ski Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, Rose McGowan, and Drew Barrymore from the previous films. Yeah, Jenny Pickett Smith in the second movie and Drew Barrymore in the previous film. Yeah, Drew Barrymore is from the previous film and Jenny Pickett Smith in the second one. And it's going to be Lee Stryber in the third movie. And it's going to be Maureen and Jenny in the fourth movie. And Jenna Ortega in the fifth movie. And Selena Gomez. That's when the editing fan-made trailer. That's a bad idea. Let's talk about the horror. The horror is amazing. The stories and the scenes are awesome. And the kill scenes are the best. And the characters are awesome. So let's give Scream 2 in Infinity Stars out of 10 is the best horror sequel ever. So stay tuned for Scream 3.